I have no idea either.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So we
Honestly,
are
stupid
on,
idea.
and if you are watching, give us just a minute. This is a pre-show.
Oh, secret.
Yeah, your privilege information. So
Secret top secret.
um, we have to set this stupid.
My chin's freaking me out. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done.
Why?
I haven't felt it bare in 4 years. Over 4 years.
I don't believe that.
Over 4 years. I've been diligent. I started dating Liz when I was 17, and I had it well before her.
All
I
right,
have
ready?
never shaved it. Yeah, hit it.
Welcome back to the Dummy Load on Friday.
Day.
Davey and Michael only today.
Wah, wah, wah.
See, there's a shot of both of us. We're just in the studio flying solo. We had 3 no-shows this week.
Yeah, I get Kevin. He's got work and such. I get Mark. He's financially, it makes a lot more sense to stay where he's at because he's just got to return on Monday. What's Dennis's excuse?
Why? Wait a minute. Why does it make sense for Mark? He's just staying for fun.
Well, yeah, but he has to go back on Monday. So it's like, I kind of get it. Fly all the way home from where he's in Denver, right?
Yeah,
Mark's
he's in
in
Denver, and he's been there for 2 weeks. He's just staying for a couple extra days for fun.
Just for fun. So wait,
Just
he
for
doesn't
fun.
have to go back on Monday?
Not at all. He has to work here on Monday. So rather than come home today, he's flying home on Sunday.
Wow, it made perfect sense to me when it was like, he's got to go back to Denver.
Not going back.
Why would he fly all the way home? Primarily for the dummy load. And just, let's give us a slack. He's just staying there for fun?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hope he's listening.
Now, Dennis, I'm not sure what he's doing. He said he had prior commitments. But we did spring the change where we sort of surprised him saying, by the way, it's on Friday.
Yeah.
Like it or don't. 3 out of 5 people voted because we can't possibly do this. But I just got back from Denver, so I'm in a good mood.
Because you're back or because you were in Denver?
Well,
because you're back.
Yes, because I'm home and I do not have to go to Denver again in the foreseeable future. And if I can avoid that, I'm going to.
Yeah.
But bad news is I'm the one in charge of the controls today. So this will just be the
most frantic 20 minutes. I get home and I run to the shower because I smell like I've been carrying a cow for the past 2 days and I'm like, oh geez, get in there 20 minutes and it's just go.
Well, this studio is not making anything better for you.
No.
Because we have these bright lights on us
that
they're
just
hot. Cook this room.
Yeah.
250 watt bulbs just glaring right in our face. But you should see what we look like with the lights off.
Oh yeah. Oops. You almost can't see us. There's like almost no light in this room, so necessary. But the air conditioner turned all the way up before the show was almost not done because you forgot.
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah. It would have been a good idea to turn on at like 3 p.m. and then just let it freeze the room. I wouldn't mind if I was sitting here freezing cold.
Well, I get a lot of grief, or I've had a lot of grief, and some pushback from friends on, well, what's the big deal about Denver? I flew in on Monday, and a coworker of mine, this girl named Lizzie, says, what do you guys think of Denver? And there was a group of us, and she didn't know. She doesn't watch the show. And I looked at her and I said, Denver sucks. And she's like, yeah, right? And I'm quoting her. She's like, the people here are all so stupid.
She totally sees it too.
Hey,
you're not the only one that's a jackass towards Denver.
I was like, did anyone just hear that? Because, I'm not just crazy.
I've never heard anything about it. I've never heard it being the stupid city or being anything besides it's got a really creepy airport. That's it.
I think it's because of all the pot.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea, but I am so happy to be done with that place. That place doesn't make any sense to me.
I've never been.
You've never been?
I don't feel like I'm missing out after what you say about it.
That's boring. And it's home of the Broncos.
Which are a fine team. They were good when Tim Tebow was playing. then that started all kinds of controversy of him. Oh, he's a Christian. He's not the first Christian football player, guys. And wasn't he supposed to be an abortion? And his mom kept him, and then he became this super awesome football player. And it was like, what if? And they used that in pro-life commercials.
No, yeah, he said, I'm glad I wasn't aborted. And then everybody got mad.
Oh, so it wasn't like his mom was planning to, and then it didn't happen, and then
I think she was a single mother or something, maybe. But
okay.
I don't think he was supposed.
Had good reason.
I don't think he was supposed to be, or if there was necessarily.
Actually, got a flat on the way.
I don't know if there's necessarily
superstar.
I don't think that was the case.
Anyway, he was awesome back then. And just because of his beliefs, he was in the center of every single news thing. And I don't follow sports at all, but I knew everything about Tim Tebow. Because I love the news.
I've never liked Tim Tebow. You know that we have a mutual friend. Some of Jason's extended family. He's got a girl in his extended family that's really cute and went to Florida.
Okay.
And I guess she went out with Tim Tebow like once or something, and she was enamored with him. Well, I was enamored with her. Right about the time Tim Tebow was getting popular.
Oh,
and so, I can compete with just about anyone. You know that.
Except an awesome NFL quarterback.
Well, at the time he was only the star double Heisman Trophy winning Florida quarterback. Yeah. He wasn't in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. So how did that conversation spring up? Like, hey, you're cute, I'm single, and you seem nice. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm really into Tim Tebow.
No. Tim Tebow was all over the news, and she would come home on the weekends, and we would watch football. And so we were watching college football, and she's like Carlin when it comes to her college team. She loved it.
Oh, and she went to Florida.
Yeah.
So she was like,
yeah.
Oh, she dated the star quarterback?
They weren't dating, but I think they went out once.
Still, that's pretty good.
That's what I heard.
So I'm guessing she'd come back and only talk about on the TV, like, oh, there's my ex-boyfriend. Oh, Tim Tebow. Oh, he was so nice.
So one time when Tim and I were out.
Oh, jeez.
No, she never did that. In fact, I never even heard her tell the story.
Really?
It was more rumor behind.
It seems like when you're saying she was enamored with him and you were enamored with her, it seems like there's this story of you tried but then couldn't succeed because of Tim Tebow.
No, I tried and couldn't succeed because she lives in Florida.
Oh, okay. It seemed like that's what you're setting up, at least. I was like, are you honestly going to say
I don't like Tim Tebow because he stole my woman?
Yeah. that you just desperately want to take this girl on a date, but she was so obsessed with her ex-boyfriend that you just couldn't do it?
No. That is not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. That's what you're setting up.
No.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
So Tim Tebow plays for the Broncos.
I think.
Yeah, well, he's played. Yeah, he gets put in there, and he started 8 games. In his NFL career, he went 7-1.
Yeah,
they were ugly wins, I think, but
that's
his team pulled together and got it done. And one of them was the first playoff game against Pittsburgh. They were supposed to lose that like crazy.
Well, they didn't.
No, he won. He threw an 80-yard touchdown pass on the first play of overtime.
And this is how much I know about football.
And I wore a football T-shirt.
I know.
This is we're back in football season. This is the San Antonio College team.
Can't believe it's already back.
UTSA. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm thinking about putting the cable back on.
Yeah. It's actually not bad.
We have a giant projector for football. Yeah. And then I canceled the cable. Well, but to be fair, I was paying for every single cable channel there is practically.
Which really shouldn't be reasonable. You should pay per channel. If people did that, you'd save so much money. You'd have the best TV ever. Because every time you change the channel, it'll be to the next channel
one you like.
Yeah. Be catered to women or men or kids or whatever you have your TV set up for.
So he got traded to the Jets, and despite all the fans that are saying put Tebow in, and all the Tebow jerseys, they never played him. Never.
This last year,
he ran like 7 or 8 times, and every time he went in, he would just run it. I don't think he threw a single pass for the Jets.
Jeez. Okay.
And
so this year, I heard he was traded by the Patriots.
So they cut him from the Jets, and then they put him on the Patriots. Well, now you're a backup for Tom Brady.
Yeah,
but
it was awesome.
Yeah, but he wasn't even the backup for Tom Brady. He was like third string. So,
I mean, what does that mean though? Are they specifically trying to are they picking on him?
well, no, they just cut him. They don't want him.
Just cut him?
Yeah.
Did he lose his skill?
Yeah.
He kind of lost his.
Well, I think people don't think he's a very good quarterback.
Really?
Not for the NFL. He ran a lot in college. You can get away with a lot more in college than you could. I mean, he's a very driven person. So they cut him. Now he's a free agent. He has no team. He's not playing this year.
Really?
Yep.
Tim Tebow's not playing football.
Not at all.
Jeez.
And so he said in a tweet on his Twitter, he says, I remain in my relentless pursuit of being an NFL quarterback. That's my dream.
Okay, so he obviously wants it.
Yeah. So then today, the news is reporting that an NFL team, they didn't say which one, offered Tim the job, but not as a quarterback. And apparently he turned it down. Said, nope, if it's not quarterback, I'm not playing. And they offered to pay him the league minimum. Do you know what the league minimum is in the NFL?
No, I have no idea.
Guess. The smallest
per year.
Per year, yeah, annual.
I know they make a ton of money, so I'll say $100,000.
Very close.
Very close? That seemed a bit high.
6 times that.
What? The league minimum?
The backup kicker makes $630,000.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Why didn't I just do that? Just become a above moderately good kicker, at least enough so that I can get onto the bench.
You blew
and
it.
I'm set.
You could have done that.
If you just saved 5 times that and just put it away, just never touched it, you live way wealthier than most everyone I know and most people in the world.
5 times that?
I didn't mean 5 times that. I mean only 500.
I mean, shoot. If I could
save my 5 and then save
if I could save my entire annual salary times 5,
you could live very
I'd be pretty set up too.
Yeah.
If only.
I said that completely
Here's
wrong.
the thing: for the next 5 years, I'm not going to spend any money. Then, think of the pile of money I have.
I try to live like that too. I'm just not going to spend any money for the next month. Think how much I'll have.
Yeah. Then you stop working.
And you get hungry.
You get bored.
Yep, you get bored. Wow, $630,000.
$630,000. That's the news article I wrote. Now I don't know if the backup kicker is different, but it said league minimum, and that wasn't for a quarterback because they didn't offer him a quarterback job. Right. So I think that's NFL league every player.
Yeah. Jeez. That's insane. That's way more money than I thought it was. I hear about
you play 16 games if you don't make the playoffs. 20 games.
16 games of football?
Yeah. And then if you make the playoffs, you get bonuses. You get other stuff. So per playoff game you win, you get extra stuff. And then when you win the Super Bowl, you get even more bonuses. So that's only for the season.
Jeez. For 1 year, just through the season.
And if you think about this, there's offense and defense. You're only playing half the game.
And that's if your team is good or bad, depending on what side you're on.
So an NFL game takes 3 hours, and you're going to play an hour and a half of that.
Jeez, that's so awesome. Man, that seems so over the top. I know about them. Oh, what's his name? The best of the very best in the entire NFL makes. Oh, he made over $1 million by a lot. And you're like, whoa, if only I could make $4 million. That's crazy. But we've all kind of bought into it. You don't think of the third string kicker on the Browns or something, or the Ravens sitting on the bench doing nothing, making $630,000 a year.
So I think about that all the time.
Yeah, on the TV as the TV pans across when they kick the football, you're like, just count them. You know how much money that is per player?
And you know how few of those people are making the league minimum?
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, none of the receivers are. They make above that. The quarterback's not. He makes above that. The running back, I'm sure the tight end, the safety does. Anyone that has a special position that they're good at, I imagine they make twice that. Because you could make the argument.
Twice.
You could make the argument oh, hey, come on, man. You've only given me a 20% increase in my income, and I'm on the field all the time. 20% of $630,000. I don't know exactly what it is. I was homeschool, but
It'd be like 120,000.
It'd be something ridiculous more, and just those numbers seems.
Well, you know what 20% of
You know what?
100,000 is, right?
It's probably something like 49 point. Oh man.
So if you're watching us, feel free to comment on our YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. That is how we will get to be in high definition. I discovered that if we have 100 subscriptions, we will qualify for free high def. So we have high definition cameras, but no one's watching us in high definition because
We're too small.
Yeah, we don't have 100 subscribers to our YouTube. We need to make a viral video.
Yeah. Like the twerking thing was not going to cut it.
If
anyone saw those photos, by the way, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you are racing way too far ahead. Did you see the videos that Mark put on?
I saw the dumb cat drumming. Which I didn't hate as much as you, but it was not a video.
The dummy load is not a place for cat videos.
No, and cat videos are the thing that you watch kind of in guilty pleasure. Like
really?
You're like, well, not in guilty pleasure. Like you're gonna go to your room
weird.
and close the door and watch cat videos. Well, I'll be on YouTube because I love YouTube. I'll be on YouTube watching something, and a cat video beside it, and it'll be like, Ninja Cat, really funny, and it's got all kinds of views. So I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it, and it could totally make me laugh, but it's never something I'm gonna share with somebody.
He sort of redeemed himself a little bit because he put up another cat video, which they were skydiving cats.
Legitimate skydiving
which,
cats?
You know, that's a little. That's
they jump out of a real plane?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And it made everybody mad. It was actually a commercial. And so it was all green screen CGI. They weren't actually.
Oh, okay.
But it had a bunch of cats just like falling through the sky.
And people got mad?
Yeah.
The cats were falling?
Because they thought it was real. They thought somebody actually caused these cats to
In the commercial, did they go splat? Did their chutes not open and they all died? In the video, did the cats die in the end? Did their chutes not open and they all died?
They make design towards the end of the commercial. You should know it's fake because they're making like designs and words.
Oh, where they hold each other's arms and legs.
Well, there's a scene where the cats high five.
Oh, jeez.
And so if you fell for it, you're just not.
You shouldn't be allowed on YouTube.
You don't know technology apparently.
No.
So these are the things that he's been posting on the Twitter account, and I meant to give him a hard time last week, but we just ran out of time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's our director of social media. Mm-hmm. He does all of our Facebook, all of our Twitter posts. Mm-hmm. And he's made it really good. Everything except, I mean, I've loved everything he's posted except for the cat video.
Yeah.
Up until last week. Well, then you remember when me and Kevin said to our listeners, if we can get 100 followers before, I think we said St. Patrick's Day, which was like 2 weeks away.
Oh, did you? I somehow got the impression, because I was just sitting down watching a movie with some friends, and my phone lights up, and there was something on Twitter, or I don't remember exactly what it was, but it said what it said. If we could only get this many subscribers.
No, this was last year, or this was earlier.
Oh, right. Don't you
remember we said we were going to do like a river dance?
Yeah. Okay,
so
I got it.
Then Mark goes on to our Twitter account and follows like 1,500 people. So the dummy load is following a million strangers. That he just went on a rampage, just follow.
You can do it fast on the computer.
Yeah, and then all of these tweets are coming back to us. Thanks for following. Thanks for following.
Right.
Thanks for following. And then they follow us back.
Right.
Right. So now Mark is saying, "Hey, now you've got to,
do something crazy."
Yeah, Dave and Kevin, hey, we did it.
We're waiting for your show.
It's St. Patrick's Day, the wrong year, but we're before St. Patrick's Day. And he says, if we get 200 followers before the end of the night, then Dave and Kevin are going to twerk like Miley Cyrus. I see that on my phone in the hotel.
You have no idea what's going on. I got that memo. The Dennis and Dave are going to twerk like Miley Cyrus, and I paused the movie and said, if anyone in this living room is not following the Dumb and Load, they need to follow it right now, and then we'll push play. And everyone that had a social media was like, oh, I'm already following them. But everyone that didn't was like, no, I can't. I don't have one. But it was like, oh, my gosh, if I could contribute to this.
That's ridiculous. I mean, it's I think Mark was mad about me saying the cat video is stupid. You got some
He came out to get you.
You got some lonely 30-something-year-old dude holding a cat, making the cat drum and stuff like you do with a little baby to make it laugh and distract it. And he's doing it to the music and everything.
Yeah.
Mark thought that was hilarious somehow.
Yeah, I saw that, and you were like, it was dumb. And so I'm like, okay. And I usually like Mark's YouTube videos. He usually has pretty good taste. I'm like, this got to be decent, Dave. And it was just a dumb cat video. It was just, I mean, it was kind of like,
this cat.
It was like, oh, that's kind of funny in a dumb way. And I'm over this.
I'm thinking this person has got to be the loneliest person on the internet.
Yeah. He was probably doing that in the mirror and just thought, Mittens, this looks so funny.
We need to video this.
Oh my gosh. I'll be right back. You stay there.
Greatest idea ever.
Stay lucid, man. Stay lucid. We're putting on a show.
That's right. Don't freak out.
Yeah. It's just a camera. Calm down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened.
Camera adds 10 pounds. That's only for humans.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You're probably dead right. And that was why and that's the same thing that I was saying about. Cat videos can be funny, but in the end, it's just some person in their house by themselves filming their cat, and then they're posting it on a public website.
Yep.
One of the biggest ones, that's YouTube. Like, everyone should see this. Everyone should see my cat get scared by my laser pen. I think it's a bug.
He was saying, well, you got to see the end, because I stopped watching. I watched about, 30 or 40 seconds of it. I'm like,
yeah, I was going to stick it out.
I get it.
I was going to stick it out.
And so then, towards the end, when the music gets faster.
Yeah, I knew the song. I was waiting for that.
The video gets a little bit funnier. But then, everybody was saying, wait to the end, wait to the end, wait to the end. So I'm thinking, what's going to happen? This cat's going to jump up and...
Yeah, throw the cat at the camera, or backflip, or...
Something's going to happen at the end. Yeah. And so then, it just got a little bit faster. So, I may have enjoyed it more if I had the patience to watch the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. And then when it was built up of, oh, well, you didn't see the best part.
Yeah.
And the best part was the same thing slightly
just a little
faster. It wasn't enough to overcome my initial thought.
Although that type of video is why I love YouTube. And I love to watch the pro videos that GoPro makes and Devin Supertramp and the best guys do these basically pro videos. And music videos are always sometimes fun to watch. I don't want to say always. But it's the videos of like the random guy in his house doing something stupid, or the group of friends that think it'll be funny if they whatever. Those videos, I'm like, this is what is YouTube. This innocent, let's film something because this might be funny or cool or stupid or whatever, and then it goes horribly wrong or perfectly right, and it's awesome. Like the 11 guy alley-oop dunk. That's cool. Those guys did it in their pool. That's funny. But there is a fine line between good, innocent YouTube videos and then just the filth that fills up YouTube.
Filth?
Yeah, like all of the dumb cartoon ones, or the little some kid yelling into his camera. That kid, whatever his name is, who talks in a high pitched voice, and he's all like, he looks like he's on cocaine or something, and he's in a kiddie pool or something. He's screaming. And he's got like some stupid millions and millions of views. I'm like, see, this is the line. This is fake. This is just junk.
Do it. We need millions of views, Michael.
I know.
I'll buy you a kiddie pool.
Okay. You say that the smallest of small guy makes $630,000, being the
not on YouTube.
The bet.
No, there are plenty of people more poor than that.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. You're right. there isn't.
For instance,
there isn't a standard.
Each and every member of the Dummy Load does not make league minimum.
No. No, but the amount of money that these guys make, me and Mark found the guy that subscribed to the very most of all of YouTube. Now I'm thinking
gamer.
Well, I guess I don't know YouTube that well, if that's where your brain goes, because my brain's thinking.
No, I've heard someone at work talking about it. He's like a World of Warcraft gamer guy, and I even know his name, but it slipped my mind.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either, but he has the very most YouTube subscribers. Now, I mean, I'm thinking Justin Bieber. Okay, everyone loves Bieber now, and all these girls on YouTube watching his video over and over again. And so it's like, he must have the most subscribers. Or then you think like, oh, like Travis Pastrana or Tony Hawk or something like that. Some big guy that everyone's heard of. Red Bull. Why doesn't Red Bull? it's what you said. It's just some guy that plays these games. And he's not like this incredible gamer that you're like, oh man, that's the secret to the level.
Has funny commentary.
Yeah, he's playing and he's just talking to himself. Like he's yelling into the mic when like a zombie comes around the corner. He's and he turns around and he's shooting at the zombie and he kills it and he's like, oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. I didn't even know he was there. And it's like, well, yeah, I could go and do this right now. I could go and play this.
Should.
And he has the very most.
You should.
Yeah, I'm not a screw the system like kind of guy. I'm not like, oh, well, he did it. I should do it and I'll become famous.
We need the followers.
If I do it on the Dummy Load's behalf, perhaps.
Hey, I'm not mad at Mark for going and following 1,500 people with our Twitter account. I mean, hey, because then they'll follow us back. And then more people will see the tweets that he puts out. And then the more people that see it, the more likely it will get retweeted. And then, I mean, it will grow. You have to have a jump start somehow. I mean, there has to be some sort of a way to...
Yeah, no, it was so... And Twitter is for that. Twitter is for following people and them following you back. And I love Twitter because it's a global conversation. Mm-hmm. That's why I like it. Everyone's just always talking on this website, and you can see what other people are saying and what they're thinking. And
so I wasn't sure what Mark was going to do with this whole promise of me and Kevin twerking.
Right. And then subscribing to everybody.
Yeah, Kevin may have done it, but there's no...
I can't imagine Kevin would do that.
That would go viral if he did. But
oh. What? It better. Oh, man.
But I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous.
I can't.
I do not want... No, obviously Kevin can't either. Neither can I.
Yeah, like I couldn't do it even if I tried.
I've never tried. Do that. To be fair, I've never tried.
Really?
To be fair.
You should try.
I don't want to say I can't do something.
You should just try, Dave. Why not?
I don't want to say I can't do something that I've never tried.
Just, it looks
pretty simple. Right in my chair here. I feel like I probably could do it.
Yeah, I'll start the music.
But I'm not doing it. No, I'm not your trained monkey.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get held hostage by the director of social media just because he doesn't like the fact that I don't like his cat video. I thought his cat video was dumb. Mm-hmm. If we can't voice our opinion, then what are we doing with this show?
The next time you agree to something, though, there should be very strict guidelines like, okay, we're going to go for the first 100, just natural subscribers, no manipulating anything.
That's just it. At the time, we were talking to a group that was watching us live.
How many people followed us when you said that?
And so we were trying to, I don't remember how many we got. It wasn't very many.
It was like 30.
Yeah. And we were just trying to create action in the community that watches us. But now that we have and now that we have Mark, we had nothing back then. Nothing was posted on our Facebook except for watch us.
Yeah.
There was nothing on our Twitter account except watch us. Show's about to start. Yeah. We'd tweet once a week. Show's about to start, and tweet the link.
Yeah, I would tweet the same thing. So,
yeah. And so that was it. Well, now we have somebody who's like actively engaged, and
all the time.
I mean, he's doing awesome. He's got like schematics of the best time to post and things like that. I mean, he's actually developing this. I guarantee you, a year from now, he'll be an expert.
Oh yeah,
he could probably he might be able to turn this into a business and be able to sub out his services and says, all right, listen, if you hire me, I'll have you X amount of followers or whatever within a month. Because he's learning. I mean, he's learning a lot, and he is darn good. But no, I'm not going to stick my own neck out there and say I'm going to make a fool of myself. I'm going to,
And then you put the guy that's whole job is to get those followers. Just do your job.
I'm not putting myself at Mark's mercy. I mean, there's no telling what he could do. Yeah. There's, Mark. If Mark thought he could humiliate me and/or Kevin, I'm sure he would stay up all night drinking Red Bull, clicking on, trying to figure out how to do. We got to get this.
I got excited because I thought it would be funny, but yeah, Mark's don't mess with him.
So he tweeted some pictures. He called them photographic evidence that we in fact
did.
And I looked on it. He tweeted Kevin's first. Kevin's is actually worse.
Kevin's is way worse. Kevin's almost looks believable. For a split second, you go, face makes sense.
Yeah, Kevin's got his big head. He's sticking out his tongue, and his tongue is blue.
For whatever reason.
It's pasted on Miley Cyrus's body, and it's like bigger, and it's zoomed in, and she's all bent over and stuff.
Oh,
and then he posted a picture of me in the same thing, but it's more zoomed out. She's further away, and
different angle.
So I go to our Facebook today, and it tells you how many people saw it, and it was like 50-something people saw the picture of me that he posted. I scroll down and see Kevin. 9 people viewed this. No one has seen.
I don't know how really on Facebook.
No one has seen Kevin's picture, hardly at all. 9 people.
Well, I went down the street to hang out with some friends, and immediately when I got there, oh my gosh, did you see this? I was scarred. Michael,
Who said that?
Lee down the road. She was like, be careful seeing this photo, and she handed me her phone.
The picture of the twerking?
Yeah, because Mark put it on Instagram.
Of Kevin or me?
Both.
What a dick.
And, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's my brother and Kevin on Miley Cyrus's body. Yeah. Great photo, Dave. Well done.
Yeah. At least it's poorly done.
Yeah, at least you can clearly tell. If it was any way believable, it'd be like, oh no. Mark did stay up all night. What I'm kind of curious of is like, did he immediately think like, oh, Miley Cyrus just came with this video? It kind of worked because it's, it's like, right now everyone's talking about it, and so this would be kind of a double whammy. Or was he like looking up images of twerking and then like sifted through the best one to put your face on? It's like, that looks like Davey.
I mean, he obviously spent some time on it because he had to crop our heads.
Find some photos, cut them out.
Anyway, well done to Mark, though, because we've gone from, I think, 80 Twitter followers to like 350 in the last day and a half. So,
well, if we watch that number climb,
and we were retweeted once by White Power Voter.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Who has one follower, who's this creepy older dude, and I think it's probably him.
You think it's his other Twitter?
He probably has a personal Twitter and his hobby Twitter.
Yeah.
And I think that
I did that once.
I think like Matt the Mattress.
Yeah. Yeah, like if Dave follows Matt the Mattress.
If I were to guess, I would think Matt the Mattress is to the dummy load what White Power Voter is to the one follower.
Jeez. Yeah, he probably made
is my guess.
The one follower, and then he's like, "Oh man, only the other one." Then
how the heck did he find our tweet of all the people?
I know.
I mean, we have the smallest Twitter footprint hardly at all, and
retweeted by that guy.
We get retweeted by that guy.
Oh man.
It was a great retweet though. It was a picture of Detroit all run down. It says,
"Yeah, great.
Obama's gonna fix Syria. He came fix Detroit."
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like to see Detroit in ruins.
You have never seen Detroit not in ruins.
I know. I just don't like it.
Okay.
I didn't say I liked it when I did see it back in the day.
All right, we're gonna try to play your first video pick of the week.
Yes.
And
these are real facts, by the way.
Okay.
This is very educational.
So, the first one, we're gonna put it on. We're gonna try and film the video. What am I trying to say? We're gonna try and film the television
because Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. He has a way of like getting the video to actually.
Yeah. Kevin's like really smart.
Yeah, Kevin's pretty good at this.
So these are real facts. I figured we'd go away.
I made jokes about how great now that Kevin's so involved and he's doing such a great job and he's grown it so much.
We're not going to know how to work it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do my own show anymore. No. Well, he tested me on that because all of a sudden he doesn't show up on the third week we're in.
Yeah, so this video, I got away from the humor for a minute and I was like, let's teach something. I want people to walk away having their minds stretched a bit.
Okay, so this is
flexed.
A teaching video?
Yes, true facts.
So Michael's first video pick for the night is called True Facts.
About the naked mole rat.
Okay. Hope this works.
Does it look all right?
I mean, it looks fine, but I hope that the sound works good. That's the trick.
Okay.
So here we go.
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Such a smooth transition.
Right?
Here are true facts about the naked mole rat. The naked mole rat is neither a mole nor a rat, but it is a large subterranean rodent, and it is naked, like pretty much every other animal is. No reason to put that in the name. It would be much stranger if it was born with clothing on, like a little pair of jeans and a tiara. Oh, hey there, sexy. The mole rat lives deep underground in dark tunnels. They are expert tunnelers and can move backwards as quickly as they can move forwards. And they look pretty much the same coming and going. The mole rat has very poor eyesight, which is fine because if they could see down there, it would look a lot like a movie of a colonoscopy, except with more rodents. We hope. Their loose skin helps them pass each other easily in the tight tunnels, but they are naked. And when you constantly have your junk in someone else's face, who has giant teeth, you better know how to get along, and the naked mole rats do. Despite looking like a tiny sausage, encased in testicle skin, the naked mole rat is one of the most remarkable social mammals. Much like the wasp or the ant, they are eusocial and live in highly organized societies of 70 or more individuals. One naked mole rat becomes the queen, and she takes on several lovers, while the other females become sterile. Over the course of her life, the queen will have up to 900 babies. If you think her job is cushy, talk to someone who's had one baby, and they'll set you straight. The other members of the colony become workers or soldiers. The workers tunnel to find root vegetables. Their teeth sit outside of their mouth, and they can close their lips while they work, so that digging doesn't completely suck. They form long lines, face to butt, passing the dirt up to the surface. The soldiers, on the other hand, defend against the occasional predator. Here, a number of soldiers gather together to block off a tunnel, while a snake tries to decide if something that ugly can actually be considered food. It decides no. The most incredible thing about the naked mole rat is that it never seemed to get the memo that it's a mammal. They are the longest living rodent and barely show any signs of aging during their lives, which technically isn't that amazing if you're born looking like an old man, but they are seemingly immune to cancer. They can live with almost no oxygen. Their body temperature changes with the environment, and they are impervious to a wide range of pain. Just remember, if you've ever wondered what a real-life superhero looks like, it looks like this. Like a ball sack.
That guy is so funny. Because the first time I saw that, I thought it was real. And I was like, well, it is real. All the facts are real, but
I was going to say it's not real.
no, all the facts were true.
Okay.
I just saw it and I was like, oh man, because this will be interesting. And then all of a sudden, he said some comment. He was like, "Hey, whoa, hey there, sexy," and I was like, "Is this a joke?"
Does he do more than just that video?
He does more. He does another one that we'll compare it to.
Okay.
True facts about the Tauzier.
Oh, okay. That's coming up.
Yes, which in my opinion is better.
You're not allowed to skew the vote.
I'm not skewing the view.
You are.
I'm saying, just like I have an opinion, you have an opinion.
No.
It's like we're all here together as a big happy family.
No, everybody who's a Michael fan is going to vote now for the second one.
No.
No. You've muddied you've compromised the integrity.
All right.
Of this. Okay. Of our poll.
I didn't mean to. Vote as your heart desires.
Do you know what we were going to reveal the poll last week?
Oh, we actually do know. Oh, huge drum roll.
Tie.
And the week before that?
We didn't have a poll the week before that. They didn't work.
Was it tie? Is it tie like
tie.
59 to 59 or something? Or is it tie like?
It was just like 59 to 59.
Like so many people watched it. It was this epic tug of war battle. But then in the end.
That was a tie 59 to 59 in that the same amount of people voted for one video as they voted for the other video.
So like 90 against 90? Like 100?
It's the exact same principle.
Okay.
The principle is the same.
Okay.
It's like 90 to 90, 100 to 100, 59 to 59. They all have the same exact thing in common as our poll.
Right.
The same voted
it's the same
for one.
Right. So is it like 200?
What are you asking?
I'm asking how many people? How many people watched and voted?
I mean, a lot of people watched. So, I know many people who watched. Less people voted.
Right. Okay.
But some voted. Oh. And the same amount voted for video one
as they did
video two.
It was like a lot. It was like, for a while it was like, very clearly.
It was touch and go there for a minute because at one point one was ahead. One video was ahead of the other. But then the other one came back from behind.
I mean, when so many people are watching both of them, you're gonna have a lead at some point. Mm-hmm. But then the other video eventually caught up and they tied.
That's right.
in the very end.
Yeah, they tied
And
I think
before,
like
11:59 p.m.
I don't know when they voted. I just went back and looked.
Oh, okay.
So,
and what average? Like how many people voted? like a lot.
Same.
Right? I honestly don't know the number. So
guess.
I already said 59, but
I mean, here's the thing: you guessed low on the you guessed low when I told you to guess the minimum league minimum in the NFL. So this time,
then I went just a little bit lower. I went a little bit higher.
I want to challenge you this time. I don't think you're going to go too low.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll be very surprised if you do.
Okay. Hurt my pride a little bit, but we'll say 30.
Really?
30 to 30.
You're about as close on this one as you are the league minimum in the NFL.
Oh.
You're not off by 600,000, but the percentage is even bigger.
Really?
Yes.
So with an unknown percentage.
It was 1-1.
2 people watched it? 2 people?
No. Many people watched it.
But only 2 people had
2 people were able to figure out
to put the time in.
Figure out how to vote.
To buckle down and vote.
One of those people was Mark because he announced it on our last show.
He watched it with me on the couch.
Yeah. So, but Mark didn't hold the lead.
Does his vote count? I guess he didn't know my
opinion. You go to the poll.
His vote counts.
You go to the poll and you vote.
I didn't vote because I like them both.
I feel like you still haven't learned from the Matt the Mattress contest or the history question contest.
Apparently, I haven't.
No,
when you voted, and Matt voted for you,
then I won.
And I swear.
And then Becky voted for you,
and then I
think somebody else voted for Dennis.
Oh yeah, I had Becky's vote, and Dennis had some girl's vote or whatever.
Yep.
And then you had 2.
I had Matt the Mattress and myself.
Yeah, and you were all excited because you won.
That's why I always
do
the
was like,
history
who voted
question.
for you? And it was you and Matt the Mattress.
Hey.
That's such BS. That's BS and you know it. Everyone knows it.
Well,
so who's the other voter?
How would I know that?
Did Mark tell you explicitly, or could you see? Could you find that out?
No.
Mark
said on the show last week that he voted.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot about that. Okay, so Mark voted.
Yeah, and then someone else.
I thought he contributed to the 30, but I guess it was only...
Someone else voted as well.
It's less than 30.
And they disagree with Mark.
Well, who else voted?
I have no way of knowing who else voted.
Was it you?
I mean, I voted.
Did you vote because you liked the video better, or did you vote against Mark?
I voted because I liked the video better.
Okay. So at least you were honest.
Yeah, I liked the wake-up videos. I thought that was funnier than the 3,000 things that...
The wake-up videos made me laugh.
Bizarre people. Yeah, that was amazing.
I thought that was so funny.
We needed to warn the language because you listen to it on the podcast. It's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's a lot of screaming and F words being thrown around.
Yeah, this week was really hard because I was like, what in the world? And you don't realize that most people, if they get hurt, they swear.
Say the F word.
Yep. Or something to that nature.
Yep.
And so I'm watching these funny videos of these teenagers or people or whatever falling through the ice or falling off a dirt bike or tripping, and it's hilarious in almost every single one. And they're just snapshots, right, of the fail compilations, whatever. They're just snapshots. And every single one is the F word or something like that. And it's like, crap.
Well, we'll have to we'll try to find edited versions, or we'll give warnings before we do that to you again. But do you hear my phone buzz?
Was that someone else voting?
No, that was somebody else following us on Twitter.
That was a natural follow, wasn't it?
The alerts for Twitter come to my phone.
Oh, jeez.
I told you we've had 200 and something followers added in the last day and a half.
200 and something vibrates.
I can't figure it out. I need to get with Mark and be like, turn this off.
You can do it. You can do it on the settings.
I couldn't figure it out. Well, we'll talk after. I'm not going to do that live on the show, but I'm so mad. It's like 1 a.m. And like,
It's just
you can't watch television.
I hate my
I can't
Twitter.
play Candy Crush because
Oh yeah,
thing keeps.
I don't understand that game at all. I don't know what that is.
Well, that video got some attention. It had like 12 shares.
Yeah, I know that video made sense, and you said, "Oh, this is probably a gamer, or that's why it's followers," and that gets a lot of.
I like it. It's fun.
What is it? I don't know what that is.
It's just a video game on the phone. Just smash candy and get to next levels. Get
Really?
points. Yeah.
Is that really?
Yeah. It's like Bejeweled.
But it's
Or
candy
something.
instead.
Yeah, it's candy instead.
How many people are playing that?
More than voted on your last video.
Okay, so more than you and Mark. I heard it was really popular.
Yeah, it is. It's insane.
Jeez.
So that ordinance that you protested passed, unfortunately. But there is some silver lining because of all the protests, and because of some of the Christian groups. They actually changed the language.
Yeah.
And it no longer implies with the gender identity
In the bathrooms?
that no longer applies to bathrooms. So
Okay.
you can tell someone they're not allowed to go in the women's bathroom,
Sure.
and that doesn't make you someone speaking out or discriminating.
Yeah.
So that was changed.
Being in that room, hearing the different arguments was so shocking, and hearing the different reactions of people. I mean, I don't remember. I don't think I mentioned this when we were talking about it last week. But I went into it and things got real rowdy outside, and I walked right into the dead center of it, and it was like both parties didn't have any clue what was
Yeah, we
happening
already
inside.
talked about that a lot.
But the frustrating thing about that was that if the people that are willing to go to it and protest don't know what's up, I mean, that bleeds into everything. That bleeds into everything our government is doing. How people just don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, proud of you for standing up, and it did make a difference because they did change the language. And so I just wanted to give an update on, hey, it passed, which we all kind of suspected that it would.
It was 8-3.
Right. And we all kind of expected that it would pass.
Yeah.
But
with the turnout, if you looked at
there
the
was a
turnout,
lot more people that were against it than for it.
Yeah,
but
you wouldn't think.
nobody in the government right now wants to be against something that says discriminating against gays because they're
the spotlight.
Yeah, they're very loud
Mm-hmm.
and they're very active. I don't understand why other people aren't more active, but we're just not concerned. I think we've got so much news always getting thrown at us, and so much bad news that it just snows us under. It's like, well,
city ordinance. You don't think?
What am I supposed
to go and do?
What am I supposed? Yeah, I mean, we're about to bomb Syria, despite everyone saying no.
Yeah.
Everyone that just bashed Bush is now telling us we have to go bomb Syria because of what? Weapons of mass destruction. It's incredible.
Yeah, because of supposed gassing.
They're saying, but I mean, they're saying they just switched.
Yeah.
All the people who are for the Iraq and Afghanistan war are now saying, no, the gas could have been done by the rebels. We have no proof. You can't prove. We're not going to go into war without the right proof. Yep. And then everybody else is like, we have to go with the intelligence we have. The president has the authority. Yeah, he just needs to do it. And so everybody who was
against war protesting,
all the protesters now are saying what all the Republicans were saying several years ago. So there's no principle.
No, it exactly goes back to the Sydney ordinance of even the people that were willing to stand didn't know what was happening inside. They didn't know what they were protesting for the most part. I'm not trying to badmouth everyone else there, but
they're active.
That's my point. And so now these people on Syria, they're actively speaking for it, and you're like, weren't you actively speaking against this kind of stuff just a couple of years ago?
Yeah, well, I think the whole place is confused right now. I don't want to get into that too much, but it's just, I think the average person goes, I can't make a difference. This place has gone crazy. All I can do is take care of myself, and I hope that everything works out somehow. And it won't.
And it won't.
So, was it? I have a friend of mine that I thought I would. I've got another video. This is a. You ever have a guy in high school that, I was gonna say this was the guy who went to the youth group, played football, sort of was going off the Tim Tebow thing.
Okay.
It's like, I don't think he was captain of the football team, but he was
Good at football.
yeah, good at football. His girlfriend was the captain of the cheerleading. It was like the prom king and prom
Cliche,
queen.
perfect.
Yeah,
movie.
and he has like this amazing voice and everything like that. And it's like, gosh, I hated him.
Yeah, I had something like that in high
But
school.
then he's like one of the nicest, down to earth.
Exactly.
Cool
So you
guys.
can't compete with him.
You're like, all right, don't be nice to me.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my friend who's not listening. His name's Parker. He's exactly like that. And he wasn't captain of the football team, but he was basically captain of the football team in youth group.
Mhm.
He had like the prettiest girlfriend. He was like the nicest guy ever. He had it all down pat in like his Bible. And so he's like this super godly, good looking, real smart, real relatable, funny, cool guy with this really cute girlfriend. They're still dating together, and it's been like 9 years. And you walk in and you're standing next to him, and he's like, "Hey, man." And you're like, "Don't be excited to see me. Like, don't be nice to me, you jerk. I can't compete with you. There's nothing I can do. I can't I can't make the crowd laugh harder than you can. I can't make the girls look at me better than they look at you. You're clearly very good looking." All this crap. It's like, you know what? I just hate you.
So
I just hate you.
the Thompson,
Go away.
So the Thompson brothers' insecurity comes out on the show.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we don't have any friends. We're like,
Go away. And he
Um,
posted a video of him playing his guitar, and it's like, oh great,
viral.
Yeah, he's all sensitive and is really nice
you should
clothes.
post a video of you playing the banjo. Girls like that just the same. It's the same thing. There's no difference.
Or my harmonica,
Or
my
know,
bagpipe chanter.
or your maybe you should post a video of you playing the guitar for the Guitar Hero.
I'm really good at that.
Probably better than him.
Yeah, and if I sang with it too, I could probably outdo him because he doesn't have time for that. He's too busy frolicking and like daisies and happiness and wealth and good decisions.
So anyway, I just found my buddy started his own Facebook page, and he's been playing shows. This guy's a school teacher now. He married the cheerleader. They've got
high school sweethearts.
Yep.
Now he's a school teacher because he loves children.
They got a couple.
Disgusting.
They got a couple of kids. They got really nice family pictures.
White picket fence?
Probably. So
Golden
anyway,
retriever? He got a shotgun and he's got it above the mantle. He reads.
All right. His Facebook page is called Blink of an Eye.
Okay.
And if you have already liked the dummy load, feel free to find Blink of an Eye on Facebook and check out some of his videos. I really think he should get recognized. I've always,
he has a talent.
He's got the talent, and he's got a really cool voice, and
he's a good guy.
So, but here's the thing: the dummy load has 139 likes right now on Facebook.
It's pretty good.
He has 140,
and he's all by himself. And he's got things to do, like a wife and children to take care of, probably a job.
So I just told you he's a teacher.
Yeah.
That's not his hobby.
But, okay. Summertime.
All right. So here's a video of Eric Griffin, Blink of an Eye, and we'll play that for you and go check him out. Only if you have already
liked the dummy load.
Yeah, because somehow we're losing to this guy by.
Don't be using us to go like other people.
We're losing to this guy by 1. This is him playing to his students in class.
Oh, jeez.
It's called The Show. In the movie, a girl sings it, and the lyrics actually say, "I'm just a little girl. I am not a little girl. So I will be singing Little Boy." Okay? Here we go. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle of life. There's a maze, love is a riddle, right? Don't know where to go, can't do it alone, I try. Well, I don't know why. Slow it down, make it stop, or else my heart is gonna cry. It's too much, yeah, it's a lot to be something I'm not. I'm a fool, I don't love. does it just keep getting up? I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze, love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, get to it alone. I try, but I don't know why. I'm just a little boy lost in the moment. I'm so scared, but I don't show it. I can't figure it out. It's bringing me down. I know I've got to let it go. Just enjoy the show. The sun's hot in the sky, just like a giant spotlight. People follow in the sign, synchronizing time. It's a joke, nobody knows. They got a ticket to the show. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is amazing, love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, get to it alone. I try, but I don't know why. I'm just a little boy lost in the moment. I'm so scared, but I don't show it. I can't figure it out. It's bringing me down. I know I got to let it go and just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Caught in the middle, life is a maze, love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, I do it alone. I try, but I don't know why. I'm just a little boy lost in the moment. I'm so scared, but I don't show it. I can't figure it out. It's bringing me down. I got to let it go. Just enjoy the show. Da-dum-dee-dum. Just enjoy the show. Da-dum-dee-dum. Just enjoy the show. I want my money back. I want my money back. I want my money back. Just enjoy the show. I want my money back. I want my money back. I want my money back. Just enjoy the show.
So he doesn't have anything that's not my favorite song that he actually does. There's actually a couple more that I like better. But he doesn't have any professional recorded stuff. He just does that for the kids and stuff. He does a lot at his church. His wife's a singer as well. They both I think she's like a vocal teacher. And so they sing duets and stuff like that.
He had a really nice voice.
Yeah,
he has a great voice.
Yeah. He's he's a very cool dude. His name's Eric Griffin, and his YouTube channel is called Eric Griffin, and his band is called Blink of an Eye, and so that's what his Facebook is called.
Well,
so I hope he finds a professional studio. If I were anywhere near him, I'd have him in here and have him do
play for us.
Yeah,
he's obviously got tons of talent. He puts into it, and he doesn't seem like he's embarrassed at all. He's got the confidence, which he probably.
Yeah,
of course he does. But
so let's watch this other video that you've got called.
Yeah, these are the facts about the Tarsier. Now I would say, judge, pick your video based on the animal and how he shares very interesting facts.
I like the ball sack video, or the
let's just call it that.
Whatever he said, that was the last thing the guy said. That's what I remember. Is so. What does a superhero look like?
Even without Dennis, we somehow.
All right, here we will learn true facts about the Tarsier. The Tarsier is one of nature's smallest primates. The pygmy mouse lemur is smaller.
Oh, this video says the S word?
Yes.
Okay, so
disclaimer.
Apparently the narrator finds it necessary in this video, that's obviously not necessary, to say that in this video. Fair warning.
But you know that if you're being compared to something called the pygmy mouse anything, you're really, really damn small. The Tarsier is named... Whoa! Hello there, freaky. The Tarsier is named after its long, impressive bone in its ankle, you perv. The Tarsier uses its powerful legs to jump and cling on to things with the aid of its padded and freakishly long fingers. It disguises itself in the forest by pretending to be a small teddy bear. undergoing a colonoscopy. It blends in magically. You may not have noticed, but the tarsier has very large eyes. They are, in fact, the largest in relation to its body of any mammal. Each one of its eyes is heavier than its brain, which might explain why it hasn't invented anything. The eyes are so big that they cannot rotate in their sockets. The tarsier must stare straight ahead and swivel its neck to look. Holy crap, did you see that? It's like exorcist shit. If you challenged a tarsier to a staring contest, it wouldn't understand the word you said, but it would stare at you and you would think that was apropos. The tarsier wouldn't really think anything and would probably just make a pee-pee. The tarsier is the only entirely carnivorous primate, eating insects, rodents, reptiles, and small birds. This, incidentally, is the cover of the children's book, Lizard Has a Shitty Day. Within 1 day of being born, the tarsier can climb a tree. A human baby of the same age can do nothing. At 4 months old, the tarsier... It's too creepy. At 4 months... Oh, God. What's over here? Remember, always eat your vegetables, or you'll look like a freaky, freaky little tarsier.
So now he's going for humor more than... The first one I thought was... educational.
It had a lot of facts. The eyes are the biggest in ratio to any other mammal. He's the only carnivorous primate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guy who makes the videos does this on tons of animals. A lot of animals I've never even heard of. Like, he did a couple that I was like, what? That exists? There's one that looks like a tiny little heffalump. And it's bizarre. It's the weirdest animal. And the females don't have nipples for the babies to drink milk. They just, like, leak milk, and so the baby just licks their skin. It just leaks it. It's the
Do they
weirdest.
have any true facts on woozles?
They don't, unfortunately. That's what I would have chosen. The guy won't do a true facts and woozles. He does all of them, and then he even does a true facts about Morgan Freeman.
Does he really?
Yeah.
He does a true facts on Morgan. That'd be funny. So I'm going to read this story to you, and this will be our final story for the night.
Okay, shoot.
We have a theme now for 2 weeks, which has to do with bullying. Let me find this real quick. I had to close up a bunch of stuff in order for me to set up this show, which we haven't had too many technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this story, and I just want your honest reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't heard it, I don't.
Okay.
Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance.
Darn it.
Because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that it's
Gotcha again.
Videos don't normally just start playing. You usually have to hit play. I'm not going to play the video. It's just it's a quick little news blip. It doesn't matter. Okay. Title of the story is, "It was the right thing to do. A former Marine who took a brutal beating defending bullied boy says he'd do it again." Okay?
Okay.
His act of bravery earned him brutal beating from a trio of physically imposing bullies, including a fracture under his eye, stitches all over his face, including in his tear duct, and a concussion. But when Wen Jones, 43, his name is Wen, but Wen Jones said he'd do it all over again. The former Marine and father of 2 observed a 14-year-old boy and his 55-year-old father getting harassed and abused by 3 20-year-old men at a Florida beach. The boy's father, Leroy Wright Jr., told the men to leave, but Jones sensed the bullies were about to attack. "I couldn't stand there and watch this older guy and kid get beaten up," Jones told the Sun Sentinel of the May 19 incident near the restrooms and showers at Juno Beach Park. I walked over and said, "Hey guys, calm down." The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of a melee. I got tangled up with one of the biggest guys, and he beat me in the back of the head until I was unconscious. When I came to, I was being beaten in the face. 3 months after the attack, Jones still struggles a bit with foggy thoughts after his concussion, but does not regret his actions. "I'm not happy to have been injured pretty severely, but at the same time, I ask myself, would I do it again? You know, it was the right thing to do, so I probably would." Cody Moron. Yeah,
It's pronounced moron.
that's his name. Tyler, Dylan Carswell, and Eric Michael Dieter, all from Palm Beach County, face aggravated battery charges because of the severity of the injuries they inflicted upon Jones. The trio of thugs actually were bullying other kids earlier that day on the beach, police reports say, and witnesses reported they honed in on a 14-year-old boy named Zion, an amateur competitive skateboarder, by kicking sand in his face and calling him names. Wright said the bullies used racial slurs against his son, who is black, but the Sun Sentinel says police haven't charged them with a hate crime. When the beating began, Wright said he ran to his car to grab a baseball bat. Others at the scene recorded the attack on their phones. Police have video but have not released it. Zion was terrified and crying. The bullies ran off before police could capture them, but they were all arrested in the last 2 weeks. Dieter's the only suspect with a criminal past. He pleaded guilty to a battery charge when he was 17. So, blood poured from his nose and from one of his eyes, which was swollen shut. Officers noted in their report. The Sun Sentinel reports he was taken to a hospital and underwent surgery a few days later. Wright, who never got a chance to ask Jones his name, is praying for a good Samaritan. So, I feel like this man literally risked his life because he saw a situation that was bad that he stepped up for. When you got your average people standing around videotaping and nobody stepped in. So what of that story stands out to you?
I mean, I don't know, but there's a video out there of this guy getting beaten and no one else helped.
There's a 14-year-old son and his 55-year-old dad.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what were they doing?
The 14-year-old was getting bullied and sand kicked in his face by these three 20-year-old big guys.
And the good guy.
Mm-hmm. Then there was a Marine who looked over and saw them.
Right. Went over to help.
Mm-hmm.
The three turned.
And beat up the Marine.
Well, the one went to go to get a baseball bat.
Who's the one?
So,
the one was the boy's father.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, that's who went to get the baseball bat?
Yes.
I thought one of the three thugs did.
No. This 14-year-old boy and his dad are getting harassed by these 20-year-old
Could
big
get
guys.
Worse. The guy goes, "Hey guys, knock it off." They turn, start beating ruthlessly on this guy,
Dad,
enough to put stitches all over his face.
No, they're beating up a father and a son. The father leaves his son there to go get a baseball bat while the Marine steps in and gets beat up.
Oh. So okay. I don't know if I didn't catch the story right. I thought you said, they're in the alley, they were, leave me alone with the father and son. Obviously the father's holding the son, behind his back or something. And the guys are yelling things.
The father left to go get a baseball bat.
Okay, so these guys so let me just back up because that doesn't make any sense to me. So you're with your son. I'm with my son.
In danger.
I'm in danger. Or not even me. A guy's with his son in danger, and they haven't hit anyone yet. They haven't like started fighting.
I don't think so.
Or at least to not a bad degree. Maybe pushed.
They're kicking sand in his face. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And then at that moment, before the Marine stepped in, the father left.
Mm-hmm.
How old were the three suspects?
They
were adults.
20. Yeah, they're adults.
And the kid's 15.
The kid's 14.
14.
Yeah. 3 on. Then they beat up this 43-year-old Marine.
So obviously, they're not little.
No.
He left his kid to go get a weapon
in
his car, which who knows where it was.
Mm-hmm.
If it was 1 foot away, I don't think.
Would our dad...
He's 55. He's not broken.
Would our dad ever do that?
No. Well, I don't think our dad would use a baseball bat if it was even in reach. He'd just keep hitting him with their fists. He wouldn't think, I've got a baseball bat in the car. Let me get that. He'd be like, and my fists work just fine.
He would have killed himself maybe.
Yeah.
Try. He would not have left the 14-year-old kid.
Yeah. Or like, hey, son, run and get the baseball bat while I'm distracting them or something. Or, hey, I'm on the ground getting beaten mercilessly. Here comes this Marine, and now they're getting him. You're obviously staying to the side. Maybe go get the bat or a police officer or call them or something. Yell for help. The dad just left and then the Marine goes in while these three are obviously still bullying the kid.
The Marine
follow the dad.
The Marine got knocked out and beat up while he was unconscious. He woke up and they were pounding his face.
Where's the dad? He just left?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Wright is the guy's name, said the bullies used racial slurs against his son, who was black. When the beating began, Wright said he ran to his car to grab a baseball bat.
So when
Right. When is the soldier? We're doing terrible with this story.
So good night. They start using racial slurs. Oh, so they're saying mean things to my kid. I went to get a bat to teach these kids a lesson.
No, here's the thing. When the beating began, Wright said he ran to his car to grab a baseball bat. Wright is the dad.
When Wright ran?
When the beating began.
When
Wright is the guy's name. His name is Wright.
When was being beaten up? No. Right when was beaten up? Right when was beaten up?
You're doing. You're sabotaging the story.
I'm not sabotaging the story.
Yeah,
it's just funny names and how it works. Yeah. But I know what happened. I know the guy's names. That is shocking. That doesn't make any sense to
Our
anyone.
dad would never have done that. I mean,
no.
Man,
I would say most dads wouldn't.
If I was 14 and my dad left me,
I would have no faith in him for so many years. That would ruin all faith.
Never.
And then afterwards, okay, the kids run away because they're scared. The Marine's laying there all beaten and battered. What happened? He's bloody. And the dad, oh, man.
I went to go get a baseball bat.
You took a beating. I have this bat in case they come back. If they do, I'll just holler or I'll come get you. And they'll probably be by my kid. And you can use the baseball bat. What a coward. What a joke.
Yeah.
He's a joke. He's a little boy. I would say his son's tougher than he is. His son stayed there. Or his son was there.
His son didn't have a choice.
If the dad just takes off running, the kid's probably like, I don't know the story.
He couldn't have run away. He's getting beat up. But anyway, I just read that and I was like, well, good for the Marine. I like a good hero story.
Yep.
And
I'd like to think
as I was reading it, I was amazed because
you asked me what stuck out to. I was like, well, I mean,
no, I didn't.
I didn't catch that the dad had run away.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. They don't make that the focal point of the story. That's just what jumped out at me. That one paragraph. As soon as the beating began, Mr. Wright went to go get a baseball bat.
As soon as the beating began. Gee,
yeah.
That's well. Sorry, dude. Your dad kind of sucks. That's insane.
So, oh well. Maybe the beating began on the Marine.
And then he ran.
And then once his son was protected, he and his son went to go get the bat. Maybe that's the case.
Hopefully. We're just going to hope.
We'll just hope
they told that story confusingly enough that we misconstrued it.
Hopefully he didn't leave his 14-year-old son to get beat.
They were occupied and it made sense.
So then the Marine had to do something.
Right. Jeez.
The racial slurs thing I wish wasn't even in there. It's just
I know.
Everything's now about race.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, okay, that's not important.
All right, well, we're way over. But this is sort of an unplugged dummy load of just Dave and Michael having a conversation.
Behind the stage.
We didn't want to leave you, I didn't want to leave you hanging and have no show at all. But next week we will have the whole gang back together. Good. And we'll have a great show prepared next week. So tune in Friday at 8 o'clock. Find us on Twitter at The Dummy Load or on Facebook, The Dummy Load. And if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe, because once we can get to 100 subscribers, the show will be even better. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week.
Holla back.